I don't know who is the right person to contact here. I'm out in Glebe. It's all housing out in this area where I'm at. And here's a little dog. And this dog's been on his own for the past 5 weeks.
Well, this is the spot where a dog lived for 5 weeks. The backyard of an abandoned and boarded up social housing apartment in Glebe. The owner, nowhere to be found. We understand he was in prison, while neighbours helped out with feeding and walking the dog. The good news is the dog has since been taken, we understand, by family members of the owner. But as local gardener Nathan Stafford told us, it's a symptom of a bigger issue here in Glebe. Social housing standing abandoned and boarded up and littered with junk in the middle of a housing crisis.
The person that lived here, he has been incarcerated about 5 weeks ago, refused bail, I've been told, and the dog was obviously left here. RSPCA were contacted, but because they are aware that the people in the local community here have been walking past and feeding it and taking it for a walk, to them, the dog's been looked after. They've been saying that, well, hang on a minute, we're not the owners, it can't stay here, but they're like, no. Housing, I believe, I don't know 100%, have contacted RSPCA maybe. They've been here and boarded up the house about 4 or 5 weeks ago. So they're aware that there's a dog here, and the dog was here until last night.
What do you think it says about social housing that a tenant can be incarcerated and for 5 weeks the house stands boarded up with their dog effectively abandoned in the backyard?
From the top, needs to be a complete clean out of housing from the people that look after it. They are not doing their job properly. And you will see here today what I'm saying.
Let's go for a wander. Nathan, pretty confronting stuff here. What can you tell us about this property?
Sadly though, I'm used to seeing this. That's the sad thing. There's a senior citizen that lives next door, really nice bloke, been here for years, has complained about this for a long time. There was a tenant that lived in here. He's been in and out of here, hardly lives here. Squatters have come in here. They've left. Finally, housing have come around here and boarded it up so that no one can get inside. But this has been sitting here for ages. This house is still livable inside. This would need a day or two to go in there and fix it up, clean it up, and you could have a family living in there. We are in a housing crisis. They could be living in there. When is this stuff going to get taken away? If they were doing housing inspections, they would have seen this.
So this has been boarded up just overnight?
Yeah, because the fire was last night. So the fire was in there. You can see where it's all burnt. So they've closed this off now. So her dog, one of her dogs was killed sadly in this last night. How they were allowed an animal in these conditions is beyond me.
Oh, you can't even see anything. It's just, oh my goodness.
No.
Nathan, an absolute scene in there, and it's spilling out onto the street. What kind of effect does that have on the neighbours?
Well, I guess if you had to live next door to this, what would you be thinking? This has been going on for 2.5 years. You can see how bad it is inside. This is clearly a fire hazard, and last night there was a fire here. What I don't understand is how this can get to this point, and housing, because they own this place, have not removed this lady. This is a clear case where the person here cannot look after themselves. Therefore, that endangers her and the community. And here we are now with, thank God, no one was hurt. The dog did not make it, sadly, which goes on to why the animals in here in conditions like this. Inspections are not done clearly here, and if they are done, you know, it makes us, it's horrible. I understand struggle, and I also understand that if you're given something, you've got to look after it.